Good evening. First of all, welcome to Sengol IAS Academy. So people are joining. So I'll be just interacting with you all. Okay. So we will start. Okay. So let people join as and when they require. So I just want to give an introduction of this place, Sengol IAS Academy. What we do here is residential program primarily as well as online programs. So what is a residential program? You will have class plus you will have a place to stay, nutritious food, and it includes yoga classes, exercises, and personal mentoring. In online classes, okay, you will get the mentoring, personal mentoring, except for the that other classes and other things will not be there. Okay, so what is this class is about? What is strategy class? Okay, so first I would like to ask students out there, what is the difference between tactic and strategy? The two things, tactic and strategy. What is a tactic? What is a strategy? Okay, in military, the short maneuvers and all, they'll call it as tactics. Strategy means long term. Strategy means long term. Okay, strategy means long term. I'll explain to you. Suppose you are preparing for civil service examination. You are taking a test. Okay, in the test, majorly questions from economy is asked. Usually you score well, but in economic class alone you are scoring less. So immediately you will try to go away from the plan and do something extra in order to get a strong hold on that subject. That is called as tactics. Small maneuvers, small activities. The strategy is having a long term plan. What you are going to do in the beginning. Okay, when you are going to start the optional, when you are going to complete it, when you are going to complete the CSAT. Okay, what is the time period that you are going to allocate for preparation? What is the time period that you are going to allocate for revision? What is the time period? What is how many number of tests you are going to take? From where and all you are going to take the test? Okay, so all these things, and especially when to start the answer writing. Okay, when to start the note making process, like that, there is a long strategy, that is long term planning and scheduling. Okay, so this is the purpose, okay, of the present class. Okay, fine. So first, where to start from? Okay, what you have to do in the beginning. See, Abraham Lincoln, the famous president of United States of America, would say, if he wants to cut a tree, okay, and if he is given 6 hours of time to cut the tree, he said 4 hours he will spend the time in sharpening the axe, and remaining 2 hours he will be actually cutting the tree. Which means what? Planning is very important. Forethinking is very important. Okay, first you should have a clear-cut plan, then only you can go to your destination. Okay, supposing you are going to the railway station, you don't know the destination. Okay, and the journey time and other things, you cannot plan ahead, you cannot fix anything. That is why, okay, the strategy is very important. Okay, first, so in between I'll be teaching some concepts also. Okay, first the strategy is where to start from. Okay, where to start from. Go through the scheme of the examination first. Okay, then syllabus, then previous year question. Before going to start, you have to just go through this. Okay, Straight away, if you go and start your preparation, it won't work. Okay, so in this class, I'll be telling, okay, to you this, what is the scheme of the examination. Along with that, what are the subjects you will be studying and other things. So first two will be covered. After that, as a homework, you can give once again, open the internet UPSC website and check for both. Okay. So what is the scheme of the examination? Okay. We have three stages of examination. Okay. Preliminary, main, and personality test. Okay. So these three tests, preliminary is a screening test. See, mains examination consists of 9 different subjects. Okay, 9 different subjects. USA paper, ethics paper. Okay. So if you are directly conducting the mains examination, the people who are applying for civil service examination is around 10 lakh every year. So you have to create the infrastructure for conducting such a massive examination. So they want to filter down the serious candidates. So that is why preliminary examination is a, we'll say that screening test. Okay, so they'll try to remove as much of people as possible. They'll take for mains examination only who are seriously prepared for the examination. Okay, so first you must keep in mind it is a screening test. In that screening test, you have two papers, general studies. Okay, so general studies now, meaning any graduate would be able to answer questions as related to these areas. Okay, it involves history, polity, economy, science and technology, etc., etc. For the first time, when you see, you will think that okay, these much of subjects we have to. Don't worry at all. We are not going to be experts in all these subjects. Rather, we are going to just study the school books, NCERT. Okay, only the basic. In fact, most of you would have already studied that. Now we are going to just revise that only. That is why UPSC syllabus clearly says questions from general studies will be able to answered by any graduate, okay, who had thoroughly studied the subjects, okay, till his degree, especially the school books. Now after your schooling, 12th standard, it might have been 3 years gap, 4 years gap. Sometimes if you had worked more than that. So now you have to recall, revise, revisit the NCERT. That's all you will be able to answer the question. So it is general studies comprising of various subjects including history, polity, economy, etc., etc. Okay, so for each of that we will have classes. Okay, polity you have 30 classes, economy you have 25 classes, like that. We have enough number of classes that is given to you in order to have a strong hold on all these subjects. Remember, it is not that you should master all the subjects, but you should be knowing something from everything. Whatever is there, under the roof, you must know something from everything. You are not going to do doctorate, you are going to clear IAS. Okay, so we are here to make things simpler to you. Okay, in the eagerness, you will go and study a lot of books. I'll say study this only so that you will be able to clear the examination, the first attempt, and an young age. Okay, now with related to general studies, okay, this is fine. Now you have CSAT paper. The another paper is CSAT. What is the meaning of CSAT? Civil Services Aptitude Test. Civil Services Aptitude Test. So what do you mean by the word aptitude? The aptitude means suitability, whether you are suitable for civil services or not. So daily administrative work, okay, of an IAS officer, IPS officer, IRS officer, okay, and other 21 services, basically they need to read a lot of documents and understand. Okay, so this CSAT will have reading comprehension. They will give you a paragraph. You have to study the paragraph, and then questions will be asked based on that paragraph. You have to answer. Okay, RC. Okay, so they're testing whether you are having that skill, reading comprehension you are having. Okay, then they will be testing you on mental ability. Okay, and analytical skills. Okay, in mental ability you have two. Okay, one is quantitative, another is qualitative. So in case of mental ability, okay, you don't think that high marks will be asked. Even the low level exams like SSC and other exams, the mathematical questions they ask is high. IBPS and all high. It is completely easy. If you read the question and understand the question, you will be able to arrive at the answer with minimal practice. Okay, on the number system, simplification, etc., probability that we will teach you. There are shortcuts for that. Okay, you will be taught how to deal with it. Okay, so this is about CSAT. So the reason why they are having CSAT is that to test your suitability for social services. Remember, this CSAT paper is qualifying in nature. Is qualifying nature. They will be asking 80 questions. Okay, 80 questions. In that, can you guess how many questions you have to put right? Only 27 questions, almost 33%. Okay, 27 questions if you are putting correctly. Okay, if you are able to answer correctly, then you will clear the examination. It is easy, provided you do it in a way that we teach. Sometimes people overdo, because of that they fail. So here, okay, just in 80 27 questions only, so it is going to be a cakewalk with necessary practice. Okay, and if you're regularly attending test batch and keep yourself honing your skills, it is easy. Then with respect to general studies, they ask 100 questions. Okay, out of 100, okay, each one is 2 marks. So how many questions you should have correct? Okay, as per the previous year cutoff, only 42, and that too for general category. Okay, just 42, which means the cutoff was 84, 2 marks, 42 questions correct, less than 50%. Okay, if you are preparing substantially and if you are able to manage the question paper properly, you will be able to clear the examination. Out of 100 questions, 42 is enough. There is a big myth in the society that you have to be 100 out of 100, 90 out of 100 now to clear the civil services. It is not possible. Okay, even the topper scores that only. Okay, so from 42 to 52 or 42 to 60, if you are scoring, you are well inside the margin. Okay, so you can just think how easy it is. Only thing is consistency and practice. I want to talk about this consistency. Sir, what is consistency? Some people may study the entire day, 14 hours, but still not able to clear the examination. Because the one day they study for 14 hours, next 3 days they won't study. Okay, if you study consistently every day 3 hours, okay, same time, you will be able to clear this examination. Okay, you have to start now and be consistent. Consistency is the key. Those who have been consistent have cleared this examination. Some people, when they clear the examination, people around them say, okay, how you cleared this examination? Okay, this examination is not for intelligent people. This examination is for people who are consistent. Okay, regularly, slow by slow. Okay, consistently, if you are there steady, then you will be able to achieve in this examination. Okay. So this is about the general studies, okay, the preliminary examination. After your prelims examination is over, you will go for the main examination, okay. So in this main examination, you must know the purpose why they are conducting the mains examination. As an IAS officer, you have two roles. One is in the beginning of the career, you will be the implementer on the ground, okay. Laws will be created, policies will be created, orders will come from the higher level to you. You have to read it, understand it, okay, first, okay, and then you have to implement it. So that is why reading comprehension has been tested. Okay, now you also have the job to report to the higher officials. If some issue is happening in a place, you should write in detail about what has happened, what is the causes, what had to be done, all those things. Okay, so you have to write a report, you have to draft something. So when you have to draft something, okay, if the draft is wrong, if it is not understandable, the decisions taken at the higher level will be wrong, right? So your drafting is very important. At the same time, you become a higher level official. You pass orders to a lower level official. Even the group 2 official in the state services may be reading your order. The order should be very clear, lucid, okay, in order to be implemented. Otherwise, it is. So they are just trying to check the ability of you to present, okay, a known issue. See, whatever you read for prelims, with that knowledge itself, you can write mains. Okay, extract some, 30% syllabus is there, that at all, don't worry. But if you are reading thoroughly for prelims, you will be in a position to take up the mains examination. What is tested is your drafting skills, how well you write, how well you present the answer. Okay, so because such kind of people only they are requiring inside the civil services. In ancient times, interesting in China, okay, those who had a good handwriting were recruited as bureaucrats. Just handwriting, okay, more than knowledge, handwriting was important, because when writing was introduced as a technology, when through writing documentation has to be done, when others read, first it should be neat, it should be legible, then only the next generation, other people can understand. So more than presentation, the Chinese thought that first handwriting, okay, clear and legible handwriting is important. Okay, later on bureaucracy, not only clear and neat handwriting, but also the way you present, okay, coherently, okay, with logical connections, okay, with proper introductions, like proper explanations, in a holistic way. Okay, so that is what I expected out of the mains answer. Okay, so mains examination, you have 4 papers. Okay, general studies 1, GS 1, okay, 2, 3, and ethics. General studies 4 is ethics paper. Okay, so whatever you read in prelims, first some other subjects will be there. Okay, for example, general studies 1, you will have world history, Indian society, geography, etc. GS2, you will have polity, bilateral relation, international organization, governance, etc. In 3, you will have economy, science and technology, internal security, etc. I'm not going to deal in detail about the subjects, but you must know that there are 4 general studies paper. Okay, 80% of the syllabus you will read in prelims itself. Okay, here you have to practice how to present the answer, okay, for the questions asked. Okay, and that is why ethics. Okay, fine. Then you have ethics paper, where your values are tested. Okay, what is the value system you are having, how you are thinking, how you are deciding on a problem, whether you have logical thinking, whether you are an emotional person. By giving some questions, scenario based questions, they'll be able to assess what kind of personality you are. Okay, so we will be teaching you what are the ethics, like values required of a civil servant, so you can inculcate it. We will imbibe that into you, so that you will be able to represent that in the paper and get a good score. Excuse me. Then you have optional papers. There are around 24 options from which you can select one paper. Popular options are like geography, political science, sociology, anthropology, etc., etc. Okay, the most sought after option is political science and international relations. Maximum number of students in the country take that option. Strike rate, which means how much pass percentage is there, it's also highest and consistent in political science paper. Okay, so one optional paper, you will have 2 papers in it, paper 1, paper 2. Okay, then you have essay paper. Okay, and essentially one English is there mandatorily. Okay, so 4 plus 5, 6. Okay, 6 papers plus 1 essay, 7, English 1, and regional language, 9 papers you have. Okay, English and the regional language, it may be Kannada, it may be Tamil, it may be Malayalam, will be of 10th standard only. Even a 10th standard fellow can take up that examination. Okay, so don't think that you need additional effort. Only 2-3 previous year questions to just what are the questions asked, that is easy. You can go and take it. Okay, you can in and very important, English and regional language is qualifying in nature only. Their marks will not be taken into account. They are qualifying in nature. Okay, so if you are just getting 50 to 60% of the total, fine. Okay, generally it is 30 to 40% only. Sometimes they increase it if the paper is easy. Don't worry, if you are able to write well in the other papers, this one will be The problem will be for only those people who choose their second language like French and other things. No, they will be not able to be comfortably write in their regional language, Tamil or Malayalam or Kannada. Okay, as for those people, it will be difficult. Some people who read in schools, they do not read it holistically. Okay, especially people from South India, they'll feel difficult to write in Hindi. For them, only this language paper is going to be difficult. Don't worry if you are having that problem. Okay, tell your mentor here in Sengol IAS Academy, I'll be mentoring. We have a very small batch. Okay, 20. If you see the thumbnail, I've put 20 in 25. That is in the year 2025. We want to get 20 results minimum. Okay, so there will be completely personal monitoring of me in this academy. Okay, there is no alternative. You go to other academies, you know, the problem is the mentors will be those who are already preparing. Okay, and is not cleared the prelims. Okay, so those people are already confused. Okay, then they will also confuse you when you come up with problem. Okay, it is like, you know, both of them sink together rather than swimming together. We need faculties with experience to be mentors, which is a unique thing about our academy, Sengol IAS Academy. Okay. After clearing the mains examination, you have personality test. Okay, what is the other work of a bureaucrat? Okay, he's not only writing the reports, but whenever media person is coming asking questions, you have to answer. Like that, people will come to you. Ordinary people, common people, middle class people, rich people will come to you. Sports person will come to you. People from other countries will come to you. Okay, politicians will come to you and talk to you. You need to know how to talk. Okay, how to influence them through your talk. Okay, so social skills are tested in personality test. Okay, social skills, not knowledge. Okay, so there are some, you know, WhatsApp uh, messages will come saying that these are the questions asked in IA's interview. No, they don't ask tough questions. They ask real time questions. They ask about you. They see how you talk, how you present yourself. So ultimately, more than the content, what you talk, how you talk is very important. In for politicians, okay, politicians inside, okay, more than what how they talk, what they talk is very important. Okay, because their decision making, right? But you need to know, okay, whatever you know should be present in such a way that is acceptable by others. That is why the test. Okay, so when you know the reason for a particular test, a particular examination, okay, then automatically you can prepare well for it. Okay, so it is not going to be a difficult thing. It is a process. Okay, entire year you just learn and live like an IAS officer, think like a officer, you know, speak like them. Automatically you will hone the skills to become one. Fine. Any doubts in this? Yeah, so let me check. Yeah, Pavan. Yeah, any doubts in chat box you can ask. Santosh, Sambat, any doubts? Nancy, any doubts? Okay, I think Mohan is also connected. Mohan, any doubts? Okay, fine. So we have done with the scheme of the examination. Okay, simple 3 stages are there, and each stage what papers will be there and what is the purpose we have seen. Okay, now with related to the syllabus, okay, as I told you, you will be having wide variety of subjects like history, geography, economy, quality, science and technology, internal security, governance, etc. Okay, so each subject will be dealt in detail. Previous year question, every class, whenever a subject is taught, from that area, first we will discuss the lecture and we will tell what is the previous year question from that area. Okay, and then we will go for the explanation, okay, and I will also structure the answers, okay. So I'll teach you quality as well as in political science option and all. Then and there I'll give you the previous year question and I'll structure and tell you this is the content that you have to write, okay. And I'll give new questions also and make you write and evaluate it, okay, so that whether you have inculcated what has been taught in the class, that can be, okay. So our entire course will be based on previous year question papers, okay, and possible changes that can be made in the examination scheme, okay. So that is what. So after doing all these things, now planning is very important. Now we have to plan. Like, there is a technique called as ikigai technique, okay, wherein the Japanese use it. Whatever you think, write it, put it in a piece of paper, stick it in the wall, so that you can cross check whether you are following it. If you just keep thinking in your mind, it will be just an idea, it won't be implemented. So if you want to implement something, if you want to clear this examination, first write down your plan, okay. So plan how much, that the long term, that is strategy, strategical plan, okay. So first thing is, first 1 month, first month, okay, you have to regularize, practice consistency. What is this practicing consistency? That is, every day you have to study minimum 3 hours, apart from class, apart from going around and friend and discussing related to UPSC, okay, whatever work you do related to your preparation, that and all should not be calculated. 3 to 4 hours of minimum preparation, you decide. When you are going to study, that also you decide, okay, whether you are going to study in the morning, whether you are going to study in the evening, okay, you will have to decide, okay. um, so supposing you are a person who reads in the night, you can fix it to night. If you are doing it in the morning, you can do it in the morning, but consistency is the key. 1 month, practice it. Sir, in that what I should do? First read NCRT. Okay. Newspaper regularization. Okay, newspaper. Sir, NCRT. I will give you in what order that NCRT has to be read, which NCRT should be read, which not to be read. Okay, that will be told in tomorrow's class. Okay, which NCRT you should read and what order is very important. Okay, directly reading some one book is not correct, okay. You have to read it in a particular order. Certain chapters you can skip, it is not relevant to examination, so we will tell you exactly what chapters to read in which priority, okay. So that read it casually, very simple, okay. Read the subjects very casually, okay. And try, I will not say try, don't make notes in the first reading, okay. Casual reading, don't make notes, very important. Don't worry about understanding, don't worry about memory, you just casually read and complete your NCRT. Newspaper also, no need to take notes, we will be having a separate session on newspaper reading, okay. Not just one session, we will have 3 to 4 sessions. In one session I will demonstrate, okay. In one session I'll tell you how to take the notes. In another session, we will be, having a live exercise for you, okay, wherein you will be practicing how to take notes from the newspaper. So newspaper reading separate, I will tell you what are the benefits in reading the newspaper. Some toppers wrongly tell that, news without newspaper you can go. No, if you want to get it in first attempt, very important. 1 year you have to complete the preparation. 2025 prelims clear, 2025 mains clear. In 2026, if you want to be IAS officer, IPS officer, just follow what I say, okay. Don't get deviated by instructions from others, okay. So you have to go for newspaper regularization, okay. That is very very important. The first month, this is the first month. So when to start taking notes? Okay, when to start taking notes? After 1 month is over, once again the same. Okay, when you are going for NCRTs, okay, complete all the NCRTs. When you go for second reading, then you can make notes, and that too only for which NCRT I am asking you to do the notes. You do that alone, not for all the NCRTs. In the book itself, you can incorporate certain techniques so that additional work will be reduced. Okay, so that each faculty will tell you, okay, if you take NCRT, this part alone, take notes. That's all. Okay, and it should be very concise. Remember, what is the purpose of taking note? It is to revise. If you have a bulk of notes and you don't have time to revise before the examination, note taking is not correct. So note taking itself is a skill that is required. I'll teach you what are the techniques that should be used while taking the notes. It will be done in an order. After that, you can start taking the notes. Okay, the newspaper regularization, after 1 month, you can start taking the notes from newspaper. That also I'll tell you. Okay, how you have to do the note making. Okay, fine. Now, when to start the optional paper? Okay, very important. More than when to start, you have to complete the optional papers in the first 4 to 5 months of the preparation. Okay, starting from June, July, August, September, October. By the end of October, you should have completed optional classes. You should have completed one reading of the optional. Okay, and in between, you will be also having tests. You should have completed one test series. Okay, reading the optionals helps you in the prelims examination also. So don't think that optionals is for mains examination only. We will read. Remember, I told you already, they are just picking the people for mains examination, those who are good at knowledge. That is tested in the prelims. Okay. So if you read mains examination and you prepare for mains examination, prelims will be a cakewalk. Don't separate both. Your learning should be integrated. Your learning should be. Some people will say, sir, world history, ethics, internal security, governance is all for mains examination only. So I will read all other subjects. When you read all the entire main syllabus, okay, prelims is easy because prelims is a screening test, remember. So your target is to complete your optional by October. Okay, maximum by November. Okay, fine. And sir, what about GS? Sir, I am attending all the classes and general studies. When should I complete? Okay, the first reading, okay, of all the general studies syllabus should be over by December. First reading by December. After December, sir, we have examination only in May month. Some of you are asking, sir, when the exam? February notification will come. May month is the prelims. Then December is the October is the mains examination. Now, from January onwards, you should get down to testing mode. Okay, take many tests. Okay, complete all previous year test questions, and you select the major institutes test. We will be giving additional full tests from the Sengol IAS Academy. Complete that, and we will tell you, also certain other tests that have to be taken. Okay, so you test yourself as much as possible. Okay, write test, sit, evaluate. In that also there is test taking skills. How to take the test? We will teach you. There will be a separate class. Okay, when it comes to January, and there is a technique to evaluate yourself. How you should evaluate yourself for improvement of the test. Just writing test is not important. Identifying where you make the faults is also important. So that techniques will also be taught, and every day you will be mentored in order to improvise your score in the prelims examination. So the January mode will be almost 80% will be concentrated on clearing prelims. 20% side by side mains answer writing also will be given, because you need to have the consistency. Okay, so any practice, no, the word itself practice. Many lawyers, many doctors, if they give a gap in their practice, they forget how to do it, or even if they become less efficient. Okay, so continuous practice is very important. So don't skip. Okay, even during the prelim space, keep writing the answers. Okay, so that is what you have to do. So complete the options by October, complete GS portion, one single reading, okay, in by December, then consolidation, and wherever you have left, no taking that, and taking lot of tests is the strategy. After the tests are taken, then you take prelims examination. After prelims examination, within 2 days or 3 days of prelims examination, once again sit in complete answer writing. Every day you have to write answers, okay, as much as answers as possible, and then study. When you keep writing the answers, you will understand where you're lagging. So because already you have completed the GS syllabus way back in December. Okay, so new reading only if you have forgotten. You're revising, and any extra areas, unfortunately, if you have missed during your prelims phase of preparation, then you can read that. Otherwise, okay, the good strategy is to keep writing the answers. Okay, practice as much as answers as possible. That is what required. Okay, reading is important, but more than reading, writing is important for UPSC preparation. Okay, because at the end of the day, they are checking your drafting skills. That is only going to fetch you a lot of marks. Okay, so 3 months after prelims is over, within 3 months mains exam will come. The 3 months you have to keep practicing that. Okay. At that time, if you are sitting and studying, you will not be able to get the rank. You may clear the mains, but not the rank. Okay, so now itself you have to give the long-term strategy. This and all has to be done in the entire year's preparation. This is the time I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, then what you have to do is, okay, keep smaller targets every time. Like, if you're starting a book, okay, so I told you till December you have to complete the GS portion. So starting from June 15th, okay, you have a plan, and that plan also will give. In a separate class, I will give you a meticulous plan. I'll issue it as a document, soft document itself. So for each subject, okay, what is the average? Because everybody is different, I will give a range. So this particular book should be read, within this. Try to follow and stick to it. Okay, that is designed scientifically only. After consulting with a lot of my students, I've just created a document wherein I will put for each subject how many, or for each book how many days has to be done. Okay, so that it will be easy for you to crack this examination and complete. Because just having December I'll finish the options, if you are not running in the speed, or if you are not completing the subjects, at the end of the day you won't be able to complete. Okay, so you must give a lot of time. Okay, so this June month, polity and history I will complete till July 15. 30 days I take time. 15 days time, or 30 days time, two subjects, and another 30 days that extra new subjects, 30 days another new subjects. Okay, I'll tell you how to have your preparation along with the classes. Okay, so if you have a doubt, sir, how many hours of class that will be there? Okay, so 5 hours of class, okay, will be there. Okay, one for GS and another for optional, and CSAT class sometimes. Okay, we want you to consistently prepare, so you will have a time called as study time. Okay, in that time you should not attend any other classes, any other online course, or any other your degree related thing. You have to sit and study. Okay, your progress will be tested every week. If you are not studying, there is no purpose of attending the class. Okay, attending the class is the basis. Okay, taking test is important. Then you have to attend the mentoring sessions, evaluate your test. Okay, and then you know implement what you have learned. This is how you go to the success. Reading is just 20% of the entire preparation process. It involves the various stages which I've mentioned. So I strongly suggest to you that you follow a plan like that. Okay, then sir, when to study ethics paper, that also you complete by December. GS portion you have to complete ethics. Mains portion also, everything you have to complete in the mains exam. Because we are having tests also, mains tests also. So all the practice you make before December. 6 months of solid preparation. Okay. That based on that you have to build it. The second phase of preparation is testing and evaluating and implementing, so as to increase your score. Okay, these two only will help. So what about personality test? Do we have to prepare for that separately? Okay, I will tell you, don't worry about the personality test. After writing your mains examination, Your interview will be in March only. Okay, you have ample time for preparing your. Okay, so with the knowledge of prelims and mains examination, you have the content. Only you have to be groomed how to speak. Okay, that can be done in the file. Okay, so we have certain artificial intelligence tools which we'll be using for you to train. Okay, in these three stages, especially in the personality interview test. Okay, so that you can perfect yourself easily with the assistance of technology. Okay, fine. Any doubts in this? No, interestingly, some people may ask, sir, what is the benefit of this course? Okay, what if I don't get civil services? Okay, we always have self doubt, especially intelligent people will have the self doubt, right? First of all, you must remember if you read this course, you get evolved, your perspective will change. If not civil services, there are various options. Recently, public policy is a domain which is growing where they need people from civil service preparation. Okay, so those people need to come and prepare. For example, political parties use political consultants. Government calls for public policy experts in order to frame their policies. Where do they come? IAS officer, after clearing, you won't have time. You won't have time to frame policy. You don't have time to research. So they need additional brains to increase the government process. So whether you are in or out, you will be at the service of the country. Okay, most of my students are now currently working as aiding the MPs in their lawmaking process. There is a scheme called as MP lad scheme. Okay, recently Tamil Nadu government has taken a lot of initiative. Based on that, other governments also taken a lot of initiative in order to bring the expertise and experience of the civil services candidates aspirants. They are paid good also. Okay, 70,000 to 1 lakh is being paid per month. Okay, like corporate, like IT companies, you are being paid. So it is not like earlier that you don't have a career option at all. You have a lot of career option. Okay, so don't worry about that. Personal mentoring, you can ask me, sir, whether I can take a plan B or other things. I will give you a plan B based on your own educational qualification and your place which you are coming from. What is your aspiration? What is your knowledge and talents? Okay, based on that, I can give you a customized mentoring. Okay, right now, okay, remember the first benefit is you evolve as a person. Okay, second thing is you get into service, you serve the people. Even if you don't clear, you will still serving the people by taking up research work, political consultancies, okay, and policy consultancies, think tanks, etc. Okay, so in fact, the major problem India is facing in its growth is we don't have many think tanks. We have think tanks. Okay, but the really working think tanks are, efficiently working think tanks are very few. Okay, but USA and China, they are able to grow faster. Okay, and they are able to achieve things because they have a lot of think tanks. Okay, so we need a lot of human resources. That human resource gap can be filled from census preparation. That is the suggestion given by various committees. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, fine. Any doubts till now? I don't find you're not asking doubts. Okay, so this entire strategy, not just I'm giving you an intro, I will handhold you to create the strategy and implement in the class. Okay, and I will also be cross checking whether you are completing your tasks, completing your preparation on time. Okay, so you will be continuously and consistently monitored. Okay, fine. With respect to faculties, of Sengol IAS Academy, all the faculties of Sengol IAS Academy will have good experience. Okay, 60% of them is having 10 plus years of experience. Okay, remaining also 2 to 3 years of experience. So we index here only the experienced candidates, and we have a faculty monitoring program also. The performance of each faculty and the time they give, okay, and the growth, okay, of the faculties is also taken into consideration, and we have a separate scheme for that. Sengol IAS Academy's plan is to teach the teacher, okay, and make the teacher learn. Only a teacher who learns updates can be efficient, and that too in our field, a teacher needs to keep updating. See, if I come to class every day morning, I read the newspaper, okay, and from newspaper only I'll give examples, okay, in order to ensure that the current affairs is reinforced for the person, it is explained, okay, and create a interest for them to read newspapers. If I don't update and I come to the class will be boring, okay, and also it is not useful for the examination. You must remember 60% of the questions in prelims and mains examination is asked from current affairs, okay, so we need the teachers who are updating themselves, okay, so we will be having a mechanism in order to cross check the teachers updation. Sometimes experience only does not matter. We need to ensure a mechanism for having accountability on the part of teachers. That will be done by Sengol IAS Academy. Okay, fine. Okay, so now we'll have a short break, okay, of 10 minutes. Okay, I'll come back at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Okay, in the second session, what we are going to see is what are the social and psychological aspects that we have to take care while preparation. Okay, so some of you are new here, so I'll be explaining those things which is required for simply taking a book and studying is not important. We have to keep our body healthy and our mind sound, and for that, what are the things that should be carried out in order to have a protective study? I'll be discussing. That is important part of the strategy. The strategy is not only uh, related to how to study, what to study, but also how to equip yourself to be productive while studying. Minimum effort, maximum output. Okay, for that, what should be done? I'll be talking. Okay, fine.